right, what's up, party people? Welcome back to the podcast. It's good to see you guys again. I am with a girl and Adinda.
What?
No, Ethan girl and
I didn't get
Adinda
that
booty.
reference.
You didn't get it because
I-
Ethan boy.
Ethan boy.
Oh.
So Ethan girl
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
Adinda booty and Jara poo. Okay, or Jara chew.
Jara's
What
showing
now?
his age.
Whoa, was that not funny? Dang, I
That's
thought
a
that
dad joke, bro.
By the way, Jara has
think he
turned
ready.
28 recently, so
Damn.
say happy birthday in the comments. If you have been blessed by Jara, give him a shout out.
Damn, okay.
Expose
Make me
his
shy.
age straight
Making me shy. Dang, okay.
Expose his age like that.
Wow, okay. Anyways.
What people know.
28, might as well round it to 30.
Whoa, shut up now.
Damn.
I don't like that. I rebuke that in Jesus' name.
It's a that Kevin
I'm
Hart
still
meme.
25.
Yeah, that Kevin Hart. Damn.
25 by heart and spirit.
25 by heart. Hey, you know what? Age is a mindset, okay? I know
Facts.
you guys been
Facts.
listening for a while,
Facts.
and Nick always likes to say, I'm pushing 30. It's a mindset, guys.
Facts.
Agreed.
It's a mindset. Like, I think
Nick-
I'm 25. I feel young, okay?
The more
I
you stress,
speak
the
like a
more
young
wrinkles
guy.
you have, man. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
But anyways, what are we talking about right now? We're talking about cultivating your friendships. Now, we've talked about this multiple occasions, but it's just so important. I feel like we should talk about it again.
Yeah.
A little revisit to see if like things have changed.
Mhm.
Which honestly, I feel like for me, my views on friendship remain the same. But I think we'll probably start with you guys and like in your thoughts about friendships. And I'm gonna start with the question of why is it important to cultivate your friendships? I'd say in your early years, you know, we're talking uni to young adulthood, you know. Why is it important, specifically in that time frame? It's important.
Ethan, you want to
Okay.
go first?
Yeah, clearly, she looks straight at me. Why is it important? I think, well, based on me coming out of high school, oh my gosh, it's
Oh my
almost been
gosh.
like 2 years
It's
now.
2 years already.
That's
How old are you now?
crazy. We don't talk about that.
I feel like you're still 19 and you'll always be 19.
We
in
don't
my
talk
eyes.
about that. I'm 20. Why is it important? I feel like it's good to find a bit of a safe place. You know what I mean? We're doing like uni where we're like meeting new people all the time. We're like maybe you're like doing a part-time job and everything. You're still figuring out people and everything. Would like I think at this age in uni, whatever you're doing, like working full-time, if you're full-time working after like I don't know, after high school, it's like you're doing a lot of things, you know what I mean? And it's good to come back to a group of friends where you can just be yourself and be friends with. And just like, just enjoy life journey together, you know what I mean? See where each of you are going and just have a good laugh, you know what I mean? I think I find the value in that is finding a safe space when everything in life can be very, like, a lot, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
to have someone just, like, listen or just be able to relate to you because you're going through the same thing, well, about the same age, right, maybe? It helps. Yeah. So that's why I think it's good to cultivate that and to find that like at that age is very good. It's like helps a lot. You know what I mean? Yeah. What about you,
Yeah.
Dina?
I think to find, like, just want to add on that, like, to have people who listen to you and to empathize with you and not to just reply, but just holding that safe space as you processing things or unloading things is definitely important.
Mhm.
Because I remember, like, even, like, uni, after uni, like, I always still remember moments where I had just fat chats or like deep chats until 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. in the morning where we just talk about life. And there's just no sense of judgment, but also at the same
Yeah.
time, the people who kind of witness us in different seasons as well kind of help us like being like grounded. And also I had moments when I just feel so discouraged and I had so many self-doubt. Like, these are the friends who remind me, like, hey, you know what? You've done a lot. Like, like, they just encourage you and you believe that because they've seen you grow.
Right.
Yeah. And why is it important? I think it's definitely important. Like, because it's always important to know what you consume, right? And one of the things that you consume are the people, like what people say around you. So I do believe that friends kind of shape me a lot, in some ways.
True.
From the things like perspectives to, how we go around certain issues, or even just like being more self-aware. Like I think help like having good friends really helped me with that.
Absolutely. Like,
Yeah.
let's loosen up for a bit. I feel like we're a bit tense. I thought my joke at the start would, relax us a little bit.
But I haven't.
But
been
you know
on
what?
the-
Yeah, it's true. It's been a
haven't
while
been here
since
for
we've
a
all been on the
while.
mic together. But I just thought, hey guys, come on. Like, it's not an interview. Ethan over here.
Well, it's like-
what about you, Adinda?
It's a structure, man. I'm following basic podcast structure. No kidding.
No, I just thought I'd bring it up because.
But sometimes you just need-
have fun with it.
Yeah, well, you need mates that just like don't talk about like things that maybe is on your mind. Like I could have been going through like quite a stressful week, and then I'll be like, just meet
Just
them,
being
and
silly.
they're just doing their own. Like it's fun to laugh at them.
No, for
It's
sure.
fun to
It's good.
laugh
It's
with.
good to have friends that you
Yeah.
can
You just-
kiki with, have fun
Yeah,
with.
just like screw
Kiki
around.
with-
Like
Yeah,
Is
you
that
know,
new
be a
term?
kid again. I
Yeah,
think.
kikiing. I like the way it sounds, and
True.
kikiing just means like laugh. Laugh and
Yeah,
have fun.
legit. Like
Kiki.
like be a kid again. I mean, I still think I'm pretty young. Like after high school, but man, it's so good to.
Yeah,
it's
you
still,
are
But it's so good to like just like see them and just be a kid. Just
for
like
sure.
do dumb stuff. Do
Yeah.
the simplest stuff, and it's so
Yeah,
fun,
agreed.
man.
And then just building on Dinda's point, yeah, like it is very important to choose your friends correctly as
Oh, yeah,
well,
100%.
because they put a lot into your life as well and influence the
Mm.
way you are. In the Bible, like I just thought of this verse, like bad company corrupts good character. So it goes without saying that if you're surrounded by good people, you're going to be more likely to be influenced in a good way.
Mm.
And because the thing is about when we talk about friendship here and with Fresh Goods, we always got good things to say about it. We're talking about cultivate, and I think at this point they get it.
Yep.
So they know at this point why we need to cultivate good friendships, but how do we do that? Because the thing is, right, it's not so easy when we're put into situations where we can't make friends. For example, like I've seen so many YouTube videos. I don't know about you guys, but it comes up on my suggested. My feed. Not saying that I'm sad. I'm good. I'm happy, guys.
I was about to make a joke.
No, I'm actually, I felt that. So I'm going to clarify now that I'm good. Okay. I have good people around me. But the thing is, like, it's very popular now to see a lot of these videos blow up, which is like, oh, I'm 21 and I'm lonely. I have no friends. And I see a lot of those videos coming up everywhere, and it's viral. And there's always people in the comments saying, I relate to that. I relate to that. It's such a thing. It's actually a lot bigger than you think it is. That actually finding a good, solid group of friends is difficult
Yeah.
in our modern day and age. I mean, from our experience anyways, from what I'm seeing. So my question to you guys is, how? How? Because I can imagine people listening in. It's like, yes, I know why it's good, but it's so hard. How do I do it? How do you guys do it? And I mean, I'm gonna say this first and put it out there that it's not easy to get to the point that we're all at right now. Some of us maybe not even in our final group of friends just yet. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And the thing is, like, building and cultivating takes time, right? And that's something that maybe people don't tell you. Just go see another group of friends. That'll be fine. It'll be easy. No, it takes time to build a relationship with people. So I'm gonna say it's hard,
Yeah.
but you put the hard work in, you reap the reward.
Mm.
It's worth it at the end of the day. It's very important. But yeah, what do you guys reckon?
She
We'll
gonna
go
look
with
at-
Dinda this time because Ethan
She
started.
definitely was about to look at me.
She was about to look into your soul. Yeah.
She was looking up at this guy.
I tried not to. I look at the AC and then I was like, I think. Oh my gosh, I was just kind of
Should we like? Would it be easy if I gave you a scenario?
Yeah,
or
I
like,
feel like it would be easier because
Okay.
I feel like I can tell you from like high school days to uni days to post 20, like
Yep.
like it's very different.
Okay, let's say this is a hypothetical, so I guess I'm kind of putting you guys in the spot. But picture yourself as a person in this group that you've known these people since high school, right? And you guys have been friends every single year of high school. You've been in the same group, but it's kind of toxic. It's kind of toxic, right? So then it gets to a point where you're like, okay, I need to leave, but hold up, I haven't been making friends outside my friendship group. So how would you go about that? Now, how would you, like, knowing what you know now, how would you
if I'm in high, like this is
You're in
as a
high school. You're this
student.
person that's part of this toxic group, but knows they need to leave,
Yeah.
but they have no friends outside this group. How would you go about it? And we'll make it a bit harder. We'll say that this person's also quite introverted. Not that introverted people are bad people. That's not. I'm not trying to
hard.
But
discriminate.
it's just like,
I'm a little bit
it's
introverted
harder.
myself. I feel like growing older makes me more introverted. The other day, I went out
Right.
and I was like, "It's too loud."
I can relate to that.
I love it.
Personally.
I used to be so much rowdier than that, but it comes within. It comes in waves. Anyways, backtrack.
So if I literally had days, to be honest, in high school that I didn't want to go to school because I knew that I wouldn't have friends to talk with.
Right.
I was a new school and I transitioned from a Christian school to a non-Christian school, and I didn't know that there were just some adjustments, like somehow culturally, like that I was like some things was just a little bit like shocking to me, even though I was an extrovert. Oh, yeah, at that point of time. And I think one of the things that kind of really scared me is like the thought of like if I leave this friendship group and like let's say these friends or like new friends that I just kind of like vibe with, like they bully people or like they like let's say make fun of me in a way that I just feel like I was very uncomfortable. Now knowing like how friendship in high school works, like I wish like we are just more open and like although it's very hard, like because I knew like I was there, you know what I mean? Like so I know how hard it is like during recess or like lunchtime that who am I gonna sit with if I'm not sitting with the group of people that you usually already sit with? But I realized like that the not satisfaction, but like the time that you actually get to know other people when you know that the people are good, like it's worth it. Like I'd rather be by myself for a few days or like weeks as long as I'm trying to get to know other people. Because I think one of the things as well is like we're also caught up in our own thoughts and in our own insecurities that it hinders us from actually getting the good stuff. Does it make sense? Like, cause for me, like one of my barriers was like literally just wanna get to know other people was like something that was already so scary for me, even though I like to talk. But like I'm just scared of like the judgments. I'm just scared like
So you're like assuming on their behalf.
yeah, assuming on their behalf.
Right.
And I wish like on those days if I can talk to my, you know, like year 8 or year 9 self, it's like, you know what, at the end of the day, like you will meet your good guys. It's just you just need that bravery to wanna take
Put yourself
the
out there.
first step. Yeah.
No, that's good
yourself out
advice.
there.
No, for sure. Like
Yeah.
it's, and you know that firsthand. It's not easy.
Yeah, it's not easy for sure.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
easy, but you know you have to really throw things at the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah.
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 That's how it goes, isn't
yeah.
it?
Do you think like friendships are like being single? This is a random
Friendships are like being single.
thought. Like you never know when's gonna come. Like
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
True.
So
True.
I mean that's how I think of it. That's why I'm always like when you say leave a friendship group, I actually would recommend not to be like, okay, I'm gonna purposely cut off. Depending, okay.
Yeah.
I highly put this. It depends how bad this toxic group of friends. If you are literally feeling like crap, then like by all means, like that's when you leave. If they're literally like putting you down, that's when you leave. But when I think of toxic nowadays, it's more like they're doing things a bit different that you wouldn't do. Maybe you feel like you're not accepted in this group as much. Like there are ways where you can kind of you don't have to change yourself, I guess. Don't change yourself to be a part of a group, but show it's you. You know what I mean? Like hold yourself to that standard. That's me, and if you don't accept that's me, then still be okay that the group will fade. You know what I mean? Still be okay to the group that's fading. So in that same way, I don't know why I got to that point, but when it's like you have to be okay to be alone because I hold this like kind of quote is like a kid said in youth is like your vibe attracts your tribe, right? You know what I mean? And it's just being open.
Yeah.
I think at the root of it, you have to know know yourself and be open to whoever's going to be attracted to
Yeah.
what you're saying. You know what I mean? Like if you're in class, like if we're talking about maybe in class in high school, right? Like yeah, you might be an introvert, but maybe you get put into a group. Maybe you do a little group project and you just get to know each other. Just force yourself to kind of
Yeah.
like you said, like you got to work for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Like introverts or extroverts, we have to kind of work the same.
Yeah.
It just depends how easy the work is for them,
Yeah.
right? You're gonna have to work through it, and then slowly, if you show care, if you show you're open just to be friends and just spend time with each other,
Yeah.
your vibe's gonna attract your tribe
Yeah.
pretty easily. And like the only reason why you know you're in a toxic group or you are not accepted is because they are doing things differently and you don't relate to them and you don't agree with it. You know what I mean? But when there's someone else that comes in, it's like, oh, I agree with what you're saying. That comedy, kind of funny too. I agree. Like, oh, that's pretty good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so easy. And like same with the relationships, right? If you're single and you're kind of forcing a relationship, oh, I don't actually like her fully. I only like her maybe a little bit here. I only like this guy maybe because has a cool car, but like at the root of it, it's not good. Then it's slowly gonna fade. It's gonna show.
Yeah.
And like you gotta be okay with just leaving, and you gotta be okay with being lonely at times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also at
I
the
do
same
agree.
time,
Yeah.
there's value in like connecting. Don't be upset. Like, oh, I'm gonna be lonely.
Yeah.
I'm okay with being lonely.
Yeah.
And like, it's not like you're gonna be like a fish that's like
Yeah.
gonna be alone
I
for
think
the
in
rest
high
of
school
their
it
life.
was just such a big thing.
Of course it
right?
is, but
like
yeah,
nowadays we know how we do our own me time and how important
yeah,
it
of
is.
course, yeah.
But in high school, I think it's a different
Because
world.
I think the reason why the kids struggle with it so much is because like they think it's default. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm an Asian. I'm with the Asian group. I have to stick with the Asian group. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's
true.
only when you get older to year 11 and 12, it's like whoever's like whatever year
Or
group's
like-
listening, like at the end of it, you're gonna be doing the same thing
Yeah.
that me and we're all talking about. You're gonna have to put in the work, so you
Yeah.
might as well try it now. And like the more you put yourself out there, the more you realize your whole year group finds you pretty chill.
Yeah.
If you're chill and you're not talking crap and you're just accepting of everyone's like open minded, like I said, open minded to everything, everyone's gonna think like you're chill. You know what I mean? You're not. They don't have like particularly like crazy like thoughts about you or anything. That you're just like chill dude to go around. And that happened in year 11, 12 where I got put into a different course that everyone else is. Like everyone else is ATAR. I was stuck with a bunch of like different people, but I was open enough to be talking to them. And at the end of it, we're all like good mates. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Maybe not lifelong mates, but they're people that are there for that season of high school.
Yeah, same. I
Yeah.
experienced
So I think that's how
Definitely.
I look at it. I don't think that. Yeah, I'm not disregarding that it's gonna be hard. Oh, it's super hard, and that's what I'm saying. You have to cope. You have to cope through the hardness. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You have to be okay that it's gonna be hard. Know that it's hard. Don't think
Yeah.
it's gonna be easy. That someone's gonna come up to you like, oh, you want to be friends? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a hard thing. You know what I mean? So you might as well accept it and push through it.
That's
You know what I
good.
mean? Yeah.
That's a good point, Ethan. Damn, you're so passionate about that, man. Like,
Well, it's
go off.
friendships, man.
off.
Like, and I think as a Christian in high school, you're gonna have two groups, right? You're gonna have your youth friends or church friends or family friends, whatever you want to call it, and your school friends. And it's good to know that they're two different friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't have to stick with one friend. It's good to have more
Yeah,
than
I do
a
agree
few
with
groups. But like I said, your character is just more accepting in one group. You know what I mean?
that.
Like you'll feel more passionate about talking about life with this more comfortable group. But then when you go to your friends, they accept who you are as well. But also this is where you do the Lord's work. This is where you start showing
Yeah.
that you care for them. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's more an intimate one rather than going to a stranger and asking them. It's doing
Yeah.
life with them and everything. It's like sometimes you got like when you have an abundance of friends, it's
Yeah.
still okay. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? On the other side of things. But yeah.
That's good. That's good. Good points, guys. I think that's pretty good for what we have, and I think we can actually really wrap it up there.
Yeah.
I just want to end off with whoever's listening, watching. My prayer for you is that you guys find a good solid group of friends.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
people that
Yeah.
will journey with you,
Mhm.
call you out on your BS. You know,
Mm.
people that won't lie or sugarcoat things to you because they're the ones that are the real ones. You know, like
Yeah.
because they actually care. Because if they didn't, I mean, well, they wouldn't tell you. You know, if they
Yeah.
didn't care. So. Yeah, and remember, it's like what Ethan was saying that whole time. Like, it reminds me of that verse, knock at the door, ask and you shall receive. You know, it's not just
Yeah.
it's not ask and you shall receive. It's knock at the door,
Yeah.
ask and there is. It's a lot of doing things. You know, you
Come
got to
on.
put
Yeah.
yourself out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as hard as it is, which it is, and we're not saying it's
Yeah.
easy to make friends. I mean, maybe some people do find it easier than others, and that's a thing. But
Yeah.
you know, like sometimes that's just how it is.
Yeah.
Right.
You just have to put yourself out there,
It's true.
and you at the end of it, it'll be worth it.
yeah.
It'll be
know,
worth it.
it'll
be
Yeah. worth
really
it.
I
worth
think
it.
lastly as well, people forget with friendships. It's like you gotta pray to God about it too, man.
Yeah.
Like,
True. Take it up to
people, like,
God.
After
always.
after high school, man, like sometimes you just gotta pray to God. Hey God, can you give me like a group of friends that
Yeah,
I could
I
journey
pray
with
that all
you?
the time.
Dude, like pray about it and
Yeah.
like
it's important.
that's like two different
Slept
like
on.
like you gotta knock on the door to like ask God for things,
Yeah,
right? You know what I mean?
yeah.
Pray. Like
Amen.
pray to God, oh, I'm struggling with my group. Can you help me find a new group or like show me ways
Mm.
that I can like enjoy like life and
Yeah,
grow closer to you with another group or
for
whatever.
sure.
Yeah, pray
Yeah.
about it. Like that's the biggest in any issue in our life. We should always go to prayer. More so in your friendships as well.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Sound.
God cares about your friends.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Amen.
But yeah.
Well, with that being said, that's the episode. Thanks for tuning in. We're peacing out now.
Peace.
Stay fresh.
Stay fresh.